how do you get it so slick? Well, girl, I'm about to tell you, I'm about to show you, we're about to talk about it. Guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Jessie Wessie, and today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to show you guys how I do my slick downs on old wash and go hair. Now, this is my first successful wash and go since I've been natural. My bestie did it for me a couple days ago, and this is what it looks like. And I woke up this morning and it was just like really flat, doesn't really have a lot of moisture or anything like that. So I decided that this is time to transition it into a slick down. Is literally like my probably second most popular style. If my hair is not in a puff, it's usually in a sew. Since this is my first wash and go, this is my first slick down on a wash and go. So we are going to go through the process. I'm going to be giving you guys. So I'm just going to go in and take the twist out first. Look how pretty. Okay, so this is where we're at. Twist it out. And I am going to, I guess, talk you guys through the process and give you some tips for my slick down. Okay, so as y'all know, I don't really wear my hair in the middle. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the part. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna go with that. As much as I despise sections, the key to a good slick down is sections. So I'm gonna and I'm just gonna go in with my spray bottle and I'm going to finger detangle. Okay, so what I learned is that there's a lot more products in my hair than I thought, because look at this whole strand, like it's completely white. So I'm gonna go in with my wild growth oil and I'm going to try to counteract some of that with some oil so that when I add the gel, it doesn't begin to flake, because that would be very upsetting. And all right, yeah, that did make it a little better. Slick down today, I'm going to be using the Eco Styler gel, and it's the green top. I usually rotate between the green top and the red top, and I feel like they work equally well on my hair, so I don't necessarily have a preference. I just have the green top one right now. I'm gonna go in and I'm going to untwist this front section first, and I am going to take my gel and I'm going to apply. The key to a good slick down is doing everything the way that you want it to lay. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the gel and I'm gonna begin to like swoop my edges, or just making sure that you're getting your edges into your slick down. Now my sideburns are on the thicker side, so I do want to pull it all the way up and begin to massage the gel into that section just with your fingers. So you want to add the gel and then you want to smooth it out with your fingers. And that's the first step. So you're going to do that until you feel like the hair is completely slicked back. So you're not even touching the brush yet. You're literally just massaging the gel into your hair. Now, you're not finger detangling, you're just coating the strands with the gel. And at this point, you're paying extra attention to your edges and your sideburns. Then you're going to go in with your brush. I prefer a brush. This is like medium. I feel like it's not too hard and it's not too soft. And just a little hack. When you are brushing down your hair, especially for a slick down, you want to make sure that your brush is damp. So you can take your spray bottle, you're going to spray it, and then you're going to go over the section with your brush. And you're just going to continue to follow the brush with your hands over it to slick it down. Again, go over and make sure everything is slick the way that you like it. And then we are just going to clip it with a hair clip so that it's out of the way and we can move on to the next section. Now, you're going to do the same process with the following section. And since this section is in the back, you want to focus on your kitchen area. This area right here, you can make sure you pull it up. Area in the back. And you want to do the same thing that we did, over here. You want to make sure that the gel is being massaged into, make sure that you massage the gel on the strands of hair. And then you want to follow up with your brush and you want to just brush that up. Brush that up. And now you can take this clip and you can hold the hair over there as well. So now that all of your sections have gel, you're going to spray your brush one more time and you're going to go in and you're going to begin to brush the sections in full. Again, after you brush, you want to follow up with your hands and you want to make sure that you're smoothing the hair out. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to take your scrunchie and you want to start to put your hair in a ponytail, low bun, whatever you're planning to do. And with that, you're just going to smooth over the pieces and hold them in your left hand and then go over this part. This is the part that would need the most work because it's the thickest, it has the most hair, and you're going to begin to slick it down with the brush. If you can get the back part into your hand, then put it in there, and then you're going to start to move your hand over so that you can catch this part. Now, once that's all done, you do want to smooth over your head. And you see right now, this portion is looking crazy, but trust the process. So you're going to go back in with your brush and you're just holding your hair. You're not in the ponytail holding it. And you're going to brush the hair in the direction that you want it to go or how you want it to lay, how you want it to fall.
So to continue to brush
And then you're going to wrap it around twice in your ponytail holder. This is not supposed to be the tightest. This is just the first ponytail holder so that you know how your hair looks. Now I'm going to go in with my spray bottle and I'm going to wet my hair one more time. And again, you don't need it to be damp. You don't need it to be dripping. You just need about 2 spritz. So 2. And you're smoothing it over with your fingers. Now for me specifically, I have to pay a lot of attention to detail to this portion of my hair because they're not all the same length, so they do not lay, you know, first time around. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with the gel over in the areas that I feel like are sticking up, and I'm gonna smooth them over just with my hand. Now on this side where the part is, I'm taking the gel and I'm going over the hair and kind of pushing it in the direction that I need it to go. So that's the first thing. Now, once all the gel is off my hand, I'm starting to use just my finger to push the hairs in the direction that I want it to go. And again, I'm going in with my brush, spraying it with my spray bottle, and I'm just going to push the hairs again in the direction that I want it to go. And don't worry about like messing the hair up or moving it. We're gonna go in with another ponytail holder. So it's going to be as slick as you need it to be. You don't have to focus on that right now. Okay, so now that it looks just the way that I want it to, I am gonna go in with my rat tail comb and I'm going to push the hairs again in that direction just so that it's slick. Okay, now I am going to take the rat tail comb and I'm going to go over the top of my hair again, kind of pushing down any hairs that may have been flying away. And then I'm going to go in with another ponytail holder. You want to choose one that's tighter than the first one that you put in there. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to grip all of your hair. And then you're going to put your ponytail holder on. And this time you want to make it as tight as possible, or as tight as you like it. I like mine really tight, so I went in and did it maybe 3 or 4 times. Okay. And you can take this ponytail, like this other ponytail holder off. You don't have to, but mine came out, so I took it off. Now, this is slick, but we can get it slicker. So I'm gonna go in with my edge booster, and this is the strawberry scent. This is the only edge control gel thing that works for my hair, so this is the one that we're using. Now, before I even get to the edges, I'm gonna go over my hair one more time with the gel to make sure that it's holding, and I'm just going to, again, follow up with my hand as I apply the product. And the areas that you feel like after, a long day are not going to be slicking down, that's where you want to pay attention to. So I pay special attention to my part, making sure that I'm working the product in from the top of the part all the way down. I know that my edges, after a long day start to act up, so I want to make sure that I'm pulling the product all the way down, and I want to pay attention to my sideburns. And here, where I know that all my hair isn't the same length, although I slicked it down 3 times, I want to make sure that I'm putting gel there and it is as slick as possible. And again, following up with my fingers. And this hair still has like a portion of it that looks a little weird, so I am just gonna go in with my comb and keep pushing it down. So I'm just gonna smooth it out with my hand. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. And I'm now just gonna go in and I'm gonna do my edges. You see see why this is my favorite style? Like, how cute. Literally, how cute. Okay, so I'm gonna take my toothbrush and I'm going to pull some edges out. And on this side, it's, oh, okay, hold on. Let's comb these back and then hold them out like this, because that's the way that I usually do them. And you can see just by like pulling them out that they're starting to form, but that's just the beginning. So you want to pull them out. And I do my sideburns, so I'm going to pull that out as well. Okay, then I go in with a little Eco Styler gel like on my finger, and I do like put it on top and begin to do the motion. But since this doesn't really slick them down, I don't do like the full circle. I just kind of smooth them with my finger. Then I go in with the toothbrush and I do a kind of like C motion. When I was learning how to do edges, I'm pretty sure that's how they described it, like a C. So I'm gonna go in, and as I'm doing the edges, since this is like a slick down, I do want to make sure that as I pull the hair back in, that I'm just smoothing it down with my finger. So usually here, yeah, I don't know why this decided to come over here because I'm not even working with you yet. So that's about that. Now I am gonna go in and let's see if I can get a second one going. I may be lying. Maybe I gotta pull that up a little bit more. So let's do one. Pull this one down and do two if it's letting me. Okay, and I'm gonna take this sideburn right here, and I usually swoop that all the way around and then up. Now this one, it takes me a long time because you really gotta play with it. Like as I swoop it down, I gotta put it behind my ear because it is relatively long. And see how 2 is trying to become 3, and that's not what I told it to do? But as y'all know, the edges process does take a while to kind of get them like how you want. So as I do the sideburn swoop, I do follow up with my finger. And again, edge number 2 wants to be edge number 3 so bad that it's giving me a hard time. But okay, so that's pretty much what happens over there. Now on this side, oh, I am going to go in with a little bit more edge booster just to make sure that the hair that I kind of moved while slicking down the edges stays. And I'm going to go over the edge boost, go over my edges with the edge booster. Again, just with the point of my finger. I'm not going to use the brush again. And that one right there. Okay, now on this side, I usually do just the sideburns, but let's see how I'm feeling. So I'm gonna go in with the edge control, and this part here, I'm going to do a little swoop there, and again pulling it right back into the hair because we want it to be as slick as possible. And then I'm just gonna do my sideburns over here. Okay, now I feel like it looks kind of weird because I don't have an edge thing going on up here, but I just, every time I pull them out, I end up making a mess up here. So I'm gonna try to do, you know, that indent thing, like so. I don't really know if I love how that looks, but I'm not too mad at it. See how it's not like a... let's see. If I don't like it, the hair is still molding, so I guess I can fix it. You know, I don't think, yeah, no, I don't love it. So let me just pull this hair back down. I'm gonna go in with my wide tooth comb. And then I'm going to follow in with my edge brush. And I guess we can leave that little indent, but I don't want it to be like large and looking crazy. And since I did pull that hair out, I do just want to go over it with the edge, not the edge brush, the toothbrush. And leave it like that. Okay. Now, as far, let me see if I like everything that's going on. Let me get close. Go back. Yeah, I'm really particular when it comes to my slick downs. I like to make sure that every detail is checked over before I tie my head down, because after you tie your head down, it's a wrap. Hair tie really pulls it all together. Hair is dry, can't really move it how you want it, so that's about it. But you know, I'm satisfied with how this came out. Y'all know I'm a lazy natural, so when my hair is slicked down, I don't usually do anything to the curls in the back, especially since I just took it out of a wash and go. It is relatively curly. The curls are still defined. I know the top of the curls are a little dry, so I am just going to go in my spray bottle and I'm going to wet it. And then I'm going to finger detangle. But that's about it for the hair in the back. I don't really do too much back there as far as that. I usually wear it out. If it gets dry, it kind of is a low puff. Right now, I guess it's a ponytail. But that's really it. I'll add a little bit more water to get a little more definition to the hair. And then I'll do a little scrunch thing. Yeah, so this is pretty much what my slick down looks like before I put my tie head on. So what I am gonna do now is I'm going to spray my hair one more time. So once everything is done and I like the way that it looks and I've turned my head, you know, 3,000 times, I am gonna go in, I'm gonna spray my hair one more time, just to top lightly, with some water, and then I'm going to tie it down. And that really just pulls everything together, so when you tie it down, like, it's nice and fresh. I go in with 2 tie heads. Now, yes, please don't bully me. I call it a tie head and not a head tie. Yeah, so you need like a soft material tie head for your edges, and honestly, I just feel like it makes them lay down in comparison to the other one. I'm gonna show you guys the other one that I'm talking about. But usually, you know how to tie a tie head, but you want to make it in a triangle, and then you want to make it into a small rectangle and tie it. This is now just for the edges, so that's just this portion of your hair should be covered by this head tie. And again, you don't want to tie it too tight because you don't want to get those lines, especially if you got somewhere to go. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Like I said, guys, trust the process, because usually what I do is like this and then kind of like tie it to the sides so that that's not in the way. Right? So you want to tie it tight enough so that your edges are laying down, but you don't want it to be too tight. And then you're going to go in with a regular, how it's a similar like material, it's a little thicker. You're going to go in and you're going to tie this tie head. Now, because this tie head is here, you want to tie your tie head up here, because if you put it on top of this knot, you're going to get a headache. And now I'm going to sit. So now that both the tie heads are on, we are just going to wait for the slick down to dry. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes and I am going to take my tie heads off because I'm pretty sure my hair is dry now. And I just wanted to show you guys the end result. All right. This is what it looks like from the side. So guys, this is what it looks like from the side. This is what it looks like at the back. And here we are. Do y'all see why I love the slick downs? I don't know. It's the slick downs for me. Alright guys, so this is it for the slick down tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and do not forget to comment down below and let me know how you guys think I did. And of course, if you made it this far to the video, you might as well subscribe to my channel, like at this point. So you know, that's it. Okay. Alright guys, so this is it for the slick down tutorial, and if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe down below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to comment down below and let me know how you guys think I did. Alright guys, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.